What's up, guys? Big Rob here, coming to you from the Valley of the Sun. Balmy 89 degrees, but we're upright. Happy to be here. Honored to bring you this video. Man, the topic of discussion today, Candace Owens. She's about to bring out those receipts to all those that have been pushing towards the edge, talking that trash and this, that, and the other. The funny thing is, though, no one's coming out talking about it. I was just thinking about this before I saw her stories on Instagram. We're in the fourth week, and much like my video that I put out yesterday, they want you to forget about this stuff. They want you to move on. And, it's interesting how quick they want you to move on. I hate to say it this way, but it's truth. When I lost my Cane Corso, Zeus, such a young pup, he was 1 year and 6 months, it devastated me. And it was a different type of pain than losing, a relative or a loved one, a human being. It was real deep because, he couldn't speak. He couldn't tell you how he felt. And when I had to put him down, I did it at home, and folks didn't want me to do it at home. They thought, have him go to the hospital and all this other. And I decided to do it at home. And it was very peaceful. And I'll never forget the things that happened. And I won't get into it because that's not the topic of discussion. But to illustrate the severity of someone's loss, man, it took me a while. Every picture I saw of him would just remind me of, how he had to go and how it was unfair. He was so young, cut short. And I think of the same thing with Charlie, 31 years old, and no one besides Candace Owens and a few strangers coming out saying, whoa, this doesn't look right. The feds just disappeared with it. Yep, we got our guy, move on, nothing to see here. No one's coming out. Mom, dad, sisters, I don't know his family that well. No one? I guess if you mourn that hard where you can't even talk about it, I don't know. I mean, I've lost a lot of people in my life, and the easiest thing for me to do to get over someone's death was to talk about them in a positive way and reflect on everything. And I've heard nothing. There's no anything. It's almost like, what? We had this big spectacle here in Glendale at the State Farm Stadium where the Cardinals play, and that was it. It's time to move on. Well, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Too many holes. Even people that come on and comment, Rob, just move on. And I see the numbers do dwindle. People are definitely not interested. It's embarrassing. I'm Charlie, wearing the Freedom shirts, lasted 2 weeks. It's pathetic how fast people move on. And I hate to make a secondary video like this, but now that Candace is going to show receipts, she doesn't have to. But I'm glad she is. Because there's no one coming out and swinging for the guy. And it almost makes you wonder, to all the conspiracy theory stories, maybe he's not dead. Because, if someone's really gone, it hurts. But maybe, maybe some of the conspiracy stories of, his wearing that lapel mic just blew up a blood pack, and that's why there's no blood on the guy's hands that are actually trying to save him. Or are they saving him? Maybe he used the trap door. I mean, maybe we should go down that rabbit hole completely, because as far as saying he's passed on, with a 30-06, not doing any damage to his neck, and somehow his body, fought that bullet on. It's just mind-blowing, the stuff that you want me to believe. It's almost as bad as 9/11. It's really almost as bad as saying Oswald took the shot. Knowing the guy barely qualified in the Marine Corps, horrible shooter, and he's going to take out a guy at a moving target that Navy SEALs like Jesse Ventura couldn't hit 30 years ago? Not buying it. So for me to say, well, let's just move on, I don't care. Let the numbers dwindle down to nothing. Don't pay attention to it. But there's going to come a day, just like with COVID, just like with 9/11, just like with the Iraq War, I'm going to tell you right here, you're going to be wrong. And when you're wrong, you're going to eat a big old pie of humble pie. And you're going to look back and say, damn, I should have listened. Because I've had naysayers the whole time through. Since 2008, way then before, I couldn't speak about it. This stuff here, couldn't even talk about it back then. They'd laugh you out of a room. Now that it's all come to fruition, just wait till it gets worse and you go through another battle like you did with COVID. And let's see how you handle it. Because it's coming. Because they know you're naive. They know that you move on real quick. And they know. I mean, they're doing it all on every day. They're manipulating your minds. They've conditioned you. And you're just accepting the outcome. Oh, give them the firing squad. What if that was your son? What if that was your son who's the patsy? And there's holes all in the story. You're just going to let them fry? Shoes on the other foot, guys. The shoe's on the other foot. Now, I'm not saying that he wasn't a part of it. You know, he probably was some form of it. He was a patsy in it. Whatever his payout was or his payoff was, we'll never know. But if that's your loved one, and Charlie's your loved one, I'll guarantee you're feeling different than you are today. You know, it's really easy to get out there on Friday night, get out, get boozed up, forget about the world, and then go back to work Monday and complete the cycle, do it all over again. Some of us don't do that stuff. We don't rely upon temporary fixes to get through. All right? Because Monday's going to come the same way it came, just as hard, just as factual, and the only thing that's going to prevail is the truth. All the demonic stuff, all the naysaying, all that stuff goes away when the truth, when the sunlight, which is the ultimate disinfectant, shines through. So I'm going to leave you on with that note. And you know what? All I can say is can't wait for Candace's show today. Long overdue. And, you know, there may not be that many supporters supporting her, but I vouch for her. I'm going to support. And whether that means I lose people, that's fine. I just get closer to those that understand and can see what I can see. Other than that, everybody else are just watching it like a movie. And I feel bad for those that do, because it may sound cryptic, but it's fact. When you finally see what you're supposed to see, you're going to regret ever saying, damn, I should have believed it. Anyways, guys, stay ride or die for yours. Keep getting out there, doing whatever it takes to be successful. Until next time, I'm Big Rob, and I'm out.